Welcome to Single and Married with Ezzy. Thank you for joining me today. My name is Ezzy Odimuko. I am a mom, a pastor's wife, and I enjoy talking about relationships. Today, my topic is how not to be the man she left behind, part 2. Right? So if you missed part 1, you can find it on the past week's episode. Today, I am continuing, but before then, I have authored 2 books, Relationship Smart, Love, Courtship, and Marriage for Every Woman, and Brighter Days, 100 Thoughts of Hope, Love, and Blessings. Both books are available for you wherever you get your books. You can also get your books on Amazon. So today, I am continuing with how not to be the man she left behind. Okay, so do you find that you get into relationships and before you can propose or before you can marry that person, that woman, somebody else already took her, right? So have you asked yourself, what is the reason that I'm not able to marry a lady that I like, right? What is the reason I'm not able to hold my relationship and take it all the way to marriage? What is the reason that I keep losing love and people keep walking away from me? So I'm going to be sharing a couple of these tips here that you can avoid so that you don't become the man that she left behind. All right. So for singles and as well, even those who are married, you can also take 1 or 2 things from here. And if there are habits or things that you are doing right now that is not healthy, you can put a stop to those right immediately, right? So that you can have a happy, healthy home and you don't become the man that is left behind. So number 1 for today is anger or emotional abuse, right? Marriage is 2 people who come together to build a home and build a union. And it is important that couples are supporting one another. All right. And it's important that we don't let negative emotions rule us or control us or impact the home and negatively impact your spouse. All right. So if a person is given to anger, they notice that nobody's going to want to be around them, right? If the person is given to emotionally taking advantage of their spouse, things like belittling the person, using awful words on them, talking down at them, criticizing them, things like that, right? That is emotional abuse. Nobody's going to want to be in a space like that. And a person can find themselves being left behind, right? Because nobody wants to be in a space that is toxic like that. Now, number 2, very similar to emotional abuse, anger, domestic abuse. So in all different ways, right? This is a no. So, this is something you absolutely want to make sure that you avoid, right? Because nobody's going to stick around for them to be, taken advantage of in this way. So this is a main reason that people are left behind. You want to avoid any form of taking advantage of a person that is in your life domestically. The third point I want to talk about today is substance abuse. So we're talking how not to be the man she left behind. Substance abuse is another reason that the woman in your life will walk away, right? So when people abuse things like alcohol, when people abuse things like drugs, they abuse things like nicotine, or really anything at all, right? That is abused. You notice that it changes who you are. It harms the home. You're not really able to be there for them. You're not really able to love and to care and to bring all of yourself into the home. And it can destroy the family, can destroy the home. And so you absolutely want to avoid any form of substance abuse because that can be detrimental to the well-being of your relationship, the well-being of your home. All right. Another point that I want to talk about today is stinginess. Stinginess, right? So that is when a person is very miserly, they don't give of their resources, they don't share, they keep everything to themselves. And so you are in a relationship, but the person feels like they're alone because you never give them anything. You never share what you have. You never care about what is important to them, right? And so people can really get discouraged and they can move on with their lives if they feel that they are in a relationship where they are not being cared for, right? So you want to turn that around. You want to start looking for ways to give because love gives, right? Love shares. Love is looking for a need that they can meet in the life of the other person. You're right. You go out there, you find what is needed, you bring it home, you are liberal with your family, you're generous with the family, you're generous with your wife, you're generous with your children, you're showing care and you're showing love, right? Those are the things that we want to see, and you want to absolutely avoid any form of stinginess. And now the last point I want to share for today is continual conflicts, like constant conflicts. Okay, we're talking about how not to be the man that is left behind. Like every time you people talk, you guys are gonna fight. Every time there's a quarrel, every time there is conflict, you can't have a meaningful discussion without it ending in a quarrel. I don't think anybody wants to live like that, right? So these are some of the things that drain, that wear down a relationship, that makes the person to think, do I really want to make this a marriage? Do I really want to make this permanent, right? And then they can choose to walk away from that relationship. They can choose not to say yes. They can choose not to marry, right? And so we want to avoid all of these things. Now, I hope these few points have been a blessing to you today. If you liked it, please share with friends, share it with family, subscribe to the channel, and click on that bell button so that you're notified whenever I come online. All right. I host a marriage mentorship class every month. It is a free class. We meet virtually and we discuss topics that are relevant to family, marriage, relationships, for singles, for couples. I invite you to be part of it. You can register following the prompts you see on the screen. And my 100 episode of Single and Married is coming really soon. So please stay tuned. We will let you know when it's happening. We'll notify you. We want you to be part of it. We want you to invite your friends and family so that we can be part of it. It's going to be exciting. I'm praying about it. I'm planning toward it. And I know it's going to be a blessing to you. And so till next time, it is goodbye and God bless from Single and Married with Ezzy. Bye-bye.